Hey everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the BOYA Magic, a mini microphone that's being advertised as the world's first transformable AI-powered mini microphone. Before we get started though, thank you to BOYA for sending this in free of charge in exchange for a video review. But full disclosure, all the opinions you're about to hear are entirely my own, and nobody's going to be reviewing this video before it goes live. With that said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and take a look at what we get on the inside of the box. But before we do, let's check out what the outside has to offer. Front of the box here has a picture of the device, as well as all of the functionality that it has to offer. It does desktop, handheld, on camera, and clip-on, which is actually really cool. And it's something that I'm looking forward to with this microphone, is the versatility of it all. And on the sides here, you just get some pictures as to like some ideal scenarios in which you may use any of those functions. One device, 4 forms. And here's your weight, studio sound quality. And again, it is one of the first microphones with AI built in. It's got AI noise cancellation. And then on the back here, we just have some features, which I'm going to try to zoom in here so we can go through. And again, it's 4 forms in one. But with that, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Again, on the top and the bottom, we just have regulatory information and such. Go ahead and open the box, and right away we get a pouch. Everything is self-contained within this pouch. I'm gonna set it aside because we do have some other stuff here on the side. We have a user manual. The complete user manual is on a QR code. And I'm just gonna zoom in here just a little bit in case you wanna pause and scan. And then the bottom one is for tutorial videos, should you need that. But if we open this up, it's one of those fold-out map style user guides. It tells you what everything does, what everything and how it's all used and such. I'm going to take my time in going through all of this just to make sure I'm acquainted with the product, because it's the first time I ever use a product like this. And I want to make sure I showcase it the best I can. But they do showcase that 4-in-1, and you can either use the USB-C or Lightning connector here, so you can plug it into your phone. But you can also use the transmitter to use it on your camera. You can plug that or connect that to the top of your camera and have that connected there like that. And you can also use it as a standalone microphone, which I think is really cool. It's one of the cool things about this product and why I wanted to really check it out. And then you got some information here about the product and the warranty card. And then some more paperwork here. This is the safety guidelines. Go ahead and set that aside. And with that, our little pouch here is black and soft touch. It's kind of like rubberized in a way, but it's also like texture or textile. So it's going to be nice and waterproof and durable. It's got a nice strap so we can hold on to it, or put a carabiner on one end and connect it to our backpack if we wanted to. It looks very nice. It's got the BOYA logo there on the side. And then opening it up, and we should have everything we need inside. We got ourselves a USB-C connector, which I assume is for charging. We'll get to see that in a bit. We have an auxiliary cable there. Let me go ahead and just get closer in here. We have our auxiliary cable. Let me go back to our USB-C cable so you can check that out as well. We have our dead cat for when you use it in microphone mode or standalone microphone mode. And then in this pouch here is our mini tripod, which again, I think is really neat that they include this, so you can use this as a desktop microphone. It is a BOYA branded desktop tripod, which is very nice. Let me go ahead and set this down like that. Very nice and sturdy. We do get another USB cable. This is a USB-C to USB-C cable. And eventually, once we get to it, we should see what that's for. That's our microphone. I'll set that aside for now, just in case there's anything else in here. We do have wind screens for the individual microphone capsules. That's what this looks like there. And again, I'll show you what that looks like once we apply it. Your Lightning connector there. If you still use a phone with Lightning, that goes in there. USB-C power pass-through. and a little magnet here at the bottom. So I believe this is magnetic. I'll have to test that out later. And then here we have another windscreen. And then this little baggie here, we should have our transmitter in the event that we want to use this with a physical camera and not a smartphone. But yeah, this is what this guy looks like. It's BOYA branded. And there we have our little microphone. I believe, yes, there it is. It's integrated. Actually, that's actually really cool. You're seeing this for the first time as Emai, and I'm really being quite impressed by these little things here. Maybe it's standard on other products, but again, like I said, I've never had anything like this, so easily impressed by things like this. But I think this is really neat. So you can always store that there if you're not going to use USB-C because it's not what you're using. You can go ahead and store your lightning connector in there like so. That's actually really cool. And we have our USB-C charging port there for our microphone. This charges the actual holder. I'm going to go ahead and remove the windscreen here so we can take a closer look at that. And we have a little magnet here. I actually like how it has so many magnets so we can attach this to things. But here we have our little capsules in their charging case. So this is like a pair of headphones per se. This is a charging case where they're living. You charge up the charging case through here, and the charging case will charge up your little microphone, so you don't have to worry about plugging anything in. And it also makes them really small. I'm gonna go ahead and see how far I can zoom in so we can see this closer. But we do have the BOYA logo there again, more magnets, and we have our microphone capsule there in the front. A nice little clip here. And I'm not sure what this is. I'm gonna have to look at the manual and see what that is. But we do have our charging contacts there. The clip is nice and sturdy. It doesn't open too wide, but that's okay. It should be enough for a t-shirt, or if you pinch a piece like cloth and stick it in there, it should be fine. But yeah, that's what that looks like. It looks like it also has some plastic around here. I guess it's to protect the charging contacts there, so I'm going to have to do that on this one as well. Yes, it does have a little piece of plastic there, I guess, so it doesn't charge on the way from shipping. So I'm going to go ahead and set this guy aside like so. Remove the plastic, set this guy down. Oh, that's neat. They're actually okay. Again, like I said, this is my first impressions unboxing. I gotta be careful because it's all magnetized, but that little box on the back there is actually a magnet. That's really neat. So you remove the magnet, and in case you don't have anywhere to clip this on, you can put this anywhere on your shirt and use this magnet to magnetically attach the microphone to whatever you're trying to mic up. So if you're trying to mic up someone who doesn't have a shirt with a lapel or a collar or anything like that on there, you use a magnet and that should work out for you. And it fits nicely right there. It's all integrated, including the charging case, which I'm going to go ahead and open. Wait, is it dual open? No, it's not. It all fits in there nicely, and you don't have to worry about carrying spare magnets or anything like that because it's all fitting in there real nice. And again, here we have our windscreen if you want to use this as a Huelhauser style microphone out on the go. I think that's really neat that they do that. If you're in a windy situation, you use what's affectionately called in the industry as a dead cat. I still call it a windscreen because I love cats. But that goes on just like that, and all that fur prevents or limits how much wind gets picked up by the microphones. Very nice. And everything charges via USB-C, which I think is really neat. I guess this is for those that still have USB Type A devices, but it's nice that they include both USB-C to USB-C, USB-A to USB-C, and they're even looking out for those that are still on the iPhones with the lightning connectors, but also looking forward to those that have that USB-C iPhone. And there we have our battery indicator lights as soon as we start using everything. There's no apparent light indicators on the microphones, which I think is actually there is. I stand corrected. There's a little light there at the very top of the microphones. So once you put this on, you'll know it's powered on because it's blue. I wonder if it changes colors based on how much power the little microphones have. But we'll get to that when I start testing this product out. I just wanted to get the unboxing out of the way so that I can go ahead and start using this and trying it out. Of course, I look forward to using the connector here, the transmitter for my physical camera. But I'll go ahead and give you some samples with the USB-C connected to my iPhone, which is what I'm using to record right now. I'm trying something different, and we'll see what that's like. I'll use it in all scenarios so that we can get a feel for what to expect out of this microphone, which touts to be the first microphone with AI. I'm actually really looking forward to trying this out, so I'm gonna go ahead and try it out for like the next week or so, and I'll get back to you with my final thoughts. Alrighty, now that we're back from the unboxing portion of the video, we're going to go ahead and jump into the review portion of the video, starting off with my first impressions and general experience using this product. And so far, it's been very positive. I do love that the case, starting off with the case here, the little pouch that it comes with, is able to hold everything that the kit comes with. Mine is the kit that comes with everything. I'll talk about the different tiers at the end of the video, but I do love that everything that you need and everything it comes with fits very nicely inside this little carrying pouch, so you don't really have to compromise with what you're going to bring or what you're going to leave behind at your next shoot, because everything fits in there very nicely. And moving on to the charging case slash little capsule holder here, I've been very happy with the overall design and versatility that this little product has provided. And I say versatility because this product, as it stands, you're able to use it 3 out of the 4 different ways without really having to have any sort of additional equipment besides the little adapter, which I'll mention is one of my favorite features because it fits very nicely and it magnetically attaches to the bottom. I am using the Lightning version here. USB-C version is the one that I use most commonly and the one that I have connected to my camera. But again, I do love that it connects magnetically to the bottom there, so it stays with the kit as a whole. Now, I did mention 3 out of the 4 ways that this transformable microphone can be used is within this style, because you can either use it handheld mode and use it to do this style of videos, or you can use the capsule, or the third method, and they do include the mini tripod, which I do love that they include it, for desktop mode. And I'll take a look at the the little tripod in just a second in closer detail, but you can use it desktop mode as well, all within this footprint. So here I have my camera that I usually use for my videos. Today, for this video, I decided to use my iPhone, but I wanted to show you what the camera, or what the fourth use was, which is with the little adapter there. And just looking at it closer, you do get that USB-C 3.5mm connector there, and then you get the 2 lights there to indicate when the 2 microphones are connected. You get a power button, and then of course the control button that you get with the other, or I think this is like the volume and what have you. But they designed the clip in a particular way where it can slide into the hot shoe or cold shoe if your camera has a cold shoe. But it slides into the hot shoe. Actually, I had it wrong. There's a certain way it slides in, and that's with the back side facing the back of the camera, like so. There you go, and it connects just like that, which I think is really neat. And then the cable here just connects to the 3.5mm jack on the receiver, and it would plug into the microphone jack on your camera. Now, if you wanted to use the handheld mode for the camera, I did show you and mention that this is detachable because, and I was looking at the promotional material for it, you can remove the top, and this bottom part right here is actually a hot shoe. It's a cold shoe mount that goes onto your hot shoe like that. And I think that's actually really cool. And this at the bottom here has a little screw on here, so you can screw it to your cold shoe or your hot shoe like that. The little cold shoe mount here is for your adapter to go like that, like so. And then naturally, our BOYA microphone would then go on top like so. So this is one of the other on-camera uses for the microphone. I'm not going to set it up all the way, but that's what it would look like if you wanted to use it like a shotgun microphone on the top of your camera. It's quite a little setup there, but I think that's actually really cool. You can connect the adapter or the transmitter here or the receiver to the hot shoe, or you can use the tripod to make it a shotgun microphone like that. I think that's really cool. So let's go ahead and go back to the video. Very nice. I do love that, and the versatility of it is something that I really appreciate about this product, and one of the main reasons I would recommend this product to anyone looking for a versatile little microphone like this one, because again of that versatility. Now, I did mention the mini tripod. It's a two-piece design. Top part here, I forget what it's called, but it's made of metal. The bottom is made of plastic, and it is BOYA branded, which is very nice. It's got a 1/4-inch adapter thread up here with a rubberized base, so it's gonna be nice, secure, and snug, while at the same time providing some slight noise dampening. The legs are plastic and they open wide. The bottom feet are rubberized, so it sits on your table very nicely. And then you just unscrew this and you can move it around to whatever position you like. Now, it does have a cold shoe mount here. I'm not entirely sure why it has that. If you, let me find it, get your camera adapter. It fits in there, but I'm not sure why that's there, but it's there if you really want to use it. So again, I do love that they include the little tripod here. Instead of just suggesting you can use it as a desktop microphone and not including the necessary hardware. So I'll give them bonus points for that. Now, moving along to the sound quality of the microphone. I've been using this microphone for a couple of videos coming soon in the future, and one other review that's live now, which is the headphone review. I did use it, and I'm using it actually right now to do this video review, so you've been able to hear what my raspy voice sounds like using this microphone. But don't worry, I do have some samples. One of my friends recently opened up a store, and we went to their grand opening celebration where my sister captured some talking head style interviews in an environment where there's a lot of noise and a lot of people, and I'll play those now. Hey Steven, thank you so much for hosting us here today. And again, I want to wish you nothing but the best of luck on your future endeavors here with the little store. I can't wait to come on down and get myself a coffee, or maybe even participate in one of the arts and crafts. I've been looking at the offerings, and some are pretty enticing. So again, best of luck on your little store here in your future endeavors, and I'll see you soon.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Now, one last thing I'll touch on for sound quality, and so far, again, I've been very happy with the sound quality that this microphone is able to produce, is it includes AI noise canceling. So all I have to do is press the little button and the light turns green. It turns green on both the microphone and the receiver. That's how you know it's activated. And this is what it sounds like with the noise canceling. Like, normally I don't like having noise canceling or any sort of post-processing done within the system. I usually record as is and take care of that later. But let me know what you think of the AI noise canceling. And I'm going to turn on my a fan here, is just to simulate a slight breeze up on the microphone without a sort of noise dampening anything like a dead cat or a windscreen. Let me know what this sounds like so far in terms of AI noise canceling, and I'm going to turn it off right now. And this is with the noise canceling turned off. So let me know if you hear any difference, if you can hear the wind picking up on the microphone. But I'm just going to go ahead and turn this off so we can continue. Now, moving along to battery life, I didn't test the battery life in terms of endurance, just because it's not something you really want to do when you're using a microphone like this. You want to make sure you have it nice and charged, and it's always charged so that it doesn't die on you out on the field. But I'll let you know that I've been going at this video for like the last 2 hours now, and so far it hasn't really mentioned anything about low battery, and it's been going pretty strong so far. Now, I'll provide a estimated battery life runtime, per se, up on the screen now based on what BOYA is saying that the microphones can do. But I haven't really tested the endurance so far, just again because I don't really want to make I want to make sure they're fully charged for whenever I go out and use them, so that they don't die on me out on the field. Now, one final thing I'll be touching on, and hopefully I'll show you through screen capture, is the application. Now, I didn't really read anything into the application. I found it just out of pure luck trying to do research. But there is a BOYA application you can download that expands the usability of the microphone. And it allows you to change things like the noise canceling, how much noise canceling, and the gain for the microphone. So I think that's really cool, and something that they should advertise a little more, because it really expands how you can use this microphone. And it also allows you to look at your user guide whenever you're out on the field. You don't have to carry that around with you. You can just use the application, and it works with both iPhones, iOS, and Android. Now, with that, we're going to go ahead and conclude this video review and state that overall I've been very happy with my little microphone kit here. Very happy with the sound quality that it produces and the overall footprint and how versatile it is. Those are some of the reasons I would give to anyone that are looking for something like this in particular at a relatively affordable price, considering the sound quality and all of the equipment that you get. Again, in the versatility, you can use this with your DSLR camera, or with a little receiver here. You can plug this to your phone and use it for social media or capturing content on your phone. So you pretty much get 4 different style of microphones for the price of one. So just as an addendum to my video review, and also an excuse to use the microphone in desktop/handheld mode, I want to talk about some things that I would consider improving for this microphone. Now, the overall hardware experience and sound quality and everything we've already talked about, I've had a good experience with and love using it. But the one thing that really disappointed me and let me down was the user guide. And that's what I would think I would consider upgrading or improving on, because a lot of the issues you can mitigate or solve using a good user guide. And the user guide that they provide almost feels like a quick start guide rather than a full-on manual. But other than that, it's been a good experience, and I've already either talked about it in my video review or will talk about it, so let's get back to that. If you're interested in taking a look at this product, I'll link it down below so you can check it out. I'm not sure if I can find, I'll link the BOYA link down below, but I'll try to look for them on Amazon if that's your preferred storefront. And with that, thank you to BOYA for sending this product in for review. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns about the product, let me know down in the comments section below, and I'll try to answer you as best I can. With that said, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.